Over the years, several high-profile rappers have found themselves behind bars. While some have been released, many still remain in jail, and now rap fans want to know which ones are locked up. Let's breaking down what's going on with some of the rappers currently behind bars. Before we dive into the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Young Thug. Young Thug is a popular rapper and is often considered to be one of the most influential figures of his generation. While he might be known for his music, in 2022, his career was put on pause after he was arrested on gang-related charges. He was arrested in May 2022 and charged with 1 count of attempted murder and 1 count of participating in criminal street gang activity. Young Thug was later charged with additional felonies, including possession of drugs with intent to distribute, possession of firearms, and 3 counts of being a person employed or associated with a criminal street gang to conduct or participate in criminal gang activity through the commission of a crime. Prosecutors alleged that his label, YSL, is a street gang, but he has since denied those claims. Mr. Williams came from an incredibly horrible upbringing, and he has conducted himself throughout his life in a way that is just to marvel at, Young Thug's lawyer, Brian Steele, told the New York Times. On December 7, 2022, he pleaded not guilty to the charges against him. Gunna was also arrested alongside Young Thug, but has since been released after pleading guilty to a racketeering charge. Casanova. Casanova rose to fame in 2016 after the release of his single Don't Run, which earned him a record deal with Roc Nation. He found himself in trouble with the law in 2020 when he turned himself into the police for his alleged role in the untouchable guerrilla Stone Nation Bloods gang. In May 2022, he then pleaded guilty to 1 count of conspiring to conduct and participate in the conduct of the affairs of a criminal enterprise through a pattern of racketeering activity and 1 count of conspiring to distribute over 100 kilograms of marijuana, according to the Department of Justice. He faces a maximum of 60 years in prison, but as part of a plea deal, prosecutors will reportedly recommend a sentence between 15 and 20 years. 42 Dugg. 42 Dugg is a popular rapper known for his connection to Lil Baby and Yo Gotti's labels. Over the years, he has found himself in trouble with the police multiple times. His most recent arrest was in May 2022, when he was cuffed for failing to turn himself in for a 6-month prison sentence. He originally pleaded guilty in November 2020 to a felony gun possession charge and was sentenced to 3 years probation. However, the probation was revoked in February 2022 after he was arrested in Las Vegas for obstruction of law enforcement and battery. As a result, he was supposed to report to a West Virginia prison in April 2022 to serve out a 6-month sentence, but he never showed. He now faces up to 5 years in prison. At this time, it is unclear what plea 42 Dugg has entered. Tay-K. Tay-K first got in trouble with the law on January 1, 2016, after performing a New Year's gig in Denton, Texas. The teen was in the car with one of his Daytona Boys members, Eric Santana Sage Johnson, when Johnson shot a young woman in the head. University of North Texas student, Sarah Muchleckner, was killed on the stop. While Johnson pleaded not guilty, he was sentenced to 44 years in prison. Tay-K was not charged in the case. However, in July 2016, Tay-K was involved in a major criminal incident after he and 6 people were arrested on capital murder charges related to the home invasion of a dealer in Mansfield, Texas, which resulted in his death. 2 women and Tay-K conspired to enter the house by seducing 19-year-old Zachary Belote. Armed with guns, Tay-K and a few others said they wanted to steal money and drugs. However, the robbery turned wrong and Belote's friend Ethan Walker was killed after a confrontation ensued. Tay-K admitted his role in the robbery during interrogation by police. The teen was placed under house arrest in January 2017 while he awaited court hearings. But just a few days before the hearings on March 27, 2017, Tay-K and another suspect cut off their ankle monitors before fleeing to San Antonio, Texas. While on the run, the suspects allegedly shot dead a 23-year-old man, Mark Anthony Saldivar, during a robbery outside a Chick-fil-A in the same city. In another incident, Tay-K was identified during a lineup after 65-year-old Ani Skip Pepe in Cravens Park was robbed and knocked unconscious in Arlington, Texas. The rapper then traveled to Elizabeth in New Jersey, where he recorded the hit The Race, in which he spoke about his life on the run. Tay-K, aged just 22, was sentenced to 55 years in prison for the murder charge, an additional 30 years for one count of aggravated robbery, and a further 2 13-year sentences for the other aggravated robbery charges. Because the prison sentences will be served concurrently, Tay-K will only be eligible for parole after 27.5 years. YNW Mellie. Mellie is accused of killing Anthony Williams and 19-year-old Christopher Thomas Jr. on October 26, 2018, after leaving a recording studio in Fort Lauderdale. Thomas went by the stage name YNW Juvie, while Williams was known as YNW Sockchaser. They were both pursuing rap careers. After their deaths, Mellie paid tribute to the two by tweeting, "They took my brothers from me over jealousy." He said the pair's killers want to see me break down and stop or in jail or a box. But on Instagram, he posted that he was turning myself in. At the time, Mellie said, "To all my fans and supporters, no, I did not get locked up in Washington, but I am turning myself in today. I want you guys to know I love you and appreciate every single one of y'all. A couple of months ago, I lost my two brothers by violence, and now the system want to find justice. Unfortunately, a lot of rumors and lies are being said, but no worries, God is with me. I love you." Mellie's friend Cortland Henry, YNW Bortland, was also charged with murder, but authorities believe the rapper shot the pair, according to court documents. Mellie has pleaded not guilty to the charges. Distractify reported that Henry allegedly staged the double killings to look like a drive-by shooting, where he and Mellie were lucky to be alive. Henry allegedly drove the two teenage victims to the emergency room entrance of Memorial Hospital Miramar, where they died as a result of their injuries. At the time, Mellie had been diagnosed with COVID-19 and was seeking to be freed from prison, but officials later denied his house arrest bid. His lawyer, Bradford Cohen, unsuccessfully argued that Mellie was in danger of dying and the prison was giving inadequate health care. The families of his alleged murder victims said the rapper shouldn't be released and alleged that he could potentially threaten them and other witnesses. Mellie's trial has been postponed twice, once in April 2022 and the other in July 2022. On November 11, 2022, it was revealed that Florida's District Court of Appeal had decided YNW Mellie could face the death penalty if convicted in his upcoming murder trial. In a statement to the outlet, Mellie's attorney Philip R. Horwitz said he and his client were disappointed in the ruling but look forward to our opportunity to argue our position before the justice. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm out.